like science.
I like science.
I like science.
We're back.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, sorry about that. We were sick last week.
Yeah, migraine-y mostly because of clouds.
Yeah, and I don't
Oh, you
even
were
know. Well, sorry, go ahead.
genuinely sick.
Yeah, I really was sick. And also migraines are yes, they make you sick.
Yeah, you get nauseated,
Yeah.
especially if they're really bad. I mean, some people will actually throw up because of them.
Yeah, thankfully I haven't done that in a really, really long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually vomed because of how bad a headache is.
Yep. But we're back. We're
We're
here.
back. We missed a week. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll do a double episode, but that is not today.
That is not today. You have decided. You have decreed. You have
I have
dictated.
I have decreed we're not doing a double episode today because we haven't watched anything else.
True. Well, we haven't even determined what to watch yet. That you know the
Exactly.
format of the show.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be until after the show that we could determine whether or not to do a double episode.
Yes,
I doubt we
exactly.
will.
Yeah.
We can miss a
No,
week. It's
we
our
can miss a
show.
week.
I
It
know
is.
regularity is important when it comes to podcasting, but it's not like we have hundreds of thousands of listeners.
Yeah, well, we've been pretty fucking regular so far. So if anyone
Yep.
has a problem with us missing 1 week because we were sick, then I don't know what to tell you.
We've been eating our bran muffins and everything.
Yep, we're humans. We get sick and it's better to rest and recover so that you don't remain sick for a long time. Anyway, and as always, thank you to Dan Gunther for the use of his spreadsheet of all of the episodes and whatnot of Star Trek. And yeah, and thanks to Patrick for still being alive while living in Minnesota.
Right.
And
Yeah, what are they still doing there? Come on.
yeah, we love you, man. We're rooting for you. And yeah, it's not great here either. Because the state Congress has decided to remove all privacies on voting.
Mhm.
And so all of my voter information will be public knowledge as of May 25th. So
Pretty
thanks
lame.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm surprised you didn't get a notice.
Yeah, funny that, huh? That
Yeah.
it went to the woman of the household.
Mm-hmm. The person that they're trying to marginalize. Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's fun.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. So fuck ice, fight fascism, and stay alive, basically.
Yeah.
It's what I have to tell you this week, as pretty much every week, as long as this bullshit continues. All right. Dave, do you have anything you want to talk about before we start our review or
What?
go through or whatever you call it?
Oh, been working overtime, so there's that. Writing still. Kind of got stumped on how to proceed, but I think I figured that out.
Good.
Doing more flashback stuff. Because okay, here's stuff that's happening contemporarily. Because there's a lot of world building in the story I'm writing. So
yes,
doing some flashback stuff is like, how did this happened? So
that's a good thing. Flashbacks can be very useful.
Yep.
And
it's like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Is what happened then.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
it's a good storytelling thing because when you know the thing about a story is you drop the viewer or reader in as late as possible, and so you don't have this huge chunk of explaining everything up to that point. You just drop them in there.
Yeah, it's a very signature point in the story where I drop the reader.
Yep.
Yeah, and then go back and explain how things happened and what the world is.
Yes, but at least it's not a dramatic cliffhanger and then 24 hours earlier. I fucking hate that.
Well, it's a story about life and death and relationships. So
yeah.
Yep, you start when the relationship becomes a thing and then explain how you get there. So
yeah. It's just funny because there still is a little bit of that in movies and television. the dramatic scene and then 2 weeks earlier, blah blah
24
blah.
hours earlier, two
It,
weeks earlier, 2 years earlier.
yeah, just don't do that. Don't do that at the beginning of what you're trying to show me or make me read. Don't do that. So if you want to do a flashback, start the actual fucking show with a flashback,
Right.
and instead of showing us the present and then 24 hours earlier. I hate that. I hate that. I hate it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It happens in
Anyway.
a lot of Star Trek episodes.
Yeah, well,
Doesn't happen in this one though.
no, it actually doesn't happen in as many Star Trek episodes as you might think.
Yeah, this one
But
starts with the flashback more or less because it
it
starts with
does.
Friendship 1.
Friendship one.
And I made a little fist pump gesture because I was right. It was kind of a NASA sort of thing, but it's not really
Yes.
because it happened after First Contact, about 4 years after First
Yeah.
Contact, that they launched this probe,
Yep.
Friendship 1, because it had nacelles on it.
It did have nacelles on it.
So,
And it looks very of that time
yep.
period, the
Hmm.
the actual physical thing, but it doesn't really start that way. It starts, I mean, we see the probe, but then the next thing that we see is Janeway talking to an old professor. And by
Yep.
old, I don't mean necessarily old in age because he didn't seem super old to me. But anyway, so he is apparent he's an admiral now in Starfleet. Ooh la la. And they're having a chat, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't call you for a social reason. We got a mission for you."
Yeah. Didn't we get the probe before the
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
FaceTime with the professor and we got
yes,
the people on the planet receiving the probe?
yes.
And thinking, okay, just to make sure, because I
I
was
just
a little
said that.
confused.
I said
Okay,
we.
well, it sounded from what you said, it sounded like we just saw the probe and then we went into the discussion with the professor, that we didn't see
Oh, I'm
the
sorry. I
people on the
should have.
planet receiving the message
I should have
into
said.
Vivaldi.
Friendship one was going towards the planet. Uh, credits, and then Janeway talking to her professor.
Okay, so maybe I'm in the wrong, that I thought we had the planet receiving the message
Oh yeah,
and
that's
responding to it.
no. Well, they were receiving it. I don't know that they were responding to it. They were freaked out, is what
Yeah,
they were.
that was the response to it.
Oh,
Is respond not responding, communicating,
okay.
reacting to it, I guess I should say, because a response and a reaction, they're kind of synonyms, but I guess responding is thought to be more about communication.
Mm,
So reacting to the arrival of this probe and
yes.
having suspicions about it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yeah, we do get that scene before the professor because
Yes.
I got kind of mixed up in my timeline there. But yeah, and weird because there's these little lines in the background of their FaceTime screen and they're going up and down like they're playing Pong. It's like, what is that? Because it doesn't seem to be measuring any kind of vocal. I mean, maybe it's measuring the signal strength, but you don't really
Mm,
see anything there. So it's just some kind of graphic overlay to look all science fiction-y, but it was
yeah.
distracting.
It
It's
was
just these
distracting.
green bars going up and down. It's like, are they playing Pong? Beep, boop,
Well, that
beep.
may that may have been their level of technology. I'm just kidding. They definitely were more advanced than the age of Paul.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So anyway, I this is very close to the end of the series. This is episode
Right.
21 of a 27 episode final season. 27 fucking episodes. Jesus Christ. How did we ever maintain that? Oh, right.
Yeah.
They worked people to death. That's how
Yep.
they maintained having 26, 27 episode seasons of television.
Yeah.
Oy.
I mean, that's half a year, for crying out loud, for an episode a week.
Yeah, it's unattainable, really.
Yeah, and then 10 seems too few. It's kind of weird. It's like somewhere in the middle. We need like 13 or something.
Yeah, I would say 15.
15?
15 is like perfect.
Right.
It's not too much, it's not too little. You can separate the wheat from the chaff, etc.
Right.
and you can take a little more time to tell the story without overstaying your welcome. So I think that 15 episodes is like perfection, especially for Star Trek, for current Star Trek. I think
Right.
that's a good way to go. But somehow we ended up with just 10 episode
Yep.
seasons after
And
Discovery stopped. And I'm just like,
yeah.
okay, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, how
Anyway.
about their little everybody shows up in the conference room to talk about how much they know about Friendship One.
Mm.
Everybody gets to pitch in a little something.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's so funny because my brain
uh-huh.
it doesn't go in a straight line. So I'm like, Joe Carey? I thought he was dead. This is the
Yep.
episode
This
where
is the
he
episode in which he dies, and you're like, I thought he died like really early on, like in season one. It's like,
No, I'm just
there he
losing
is
my
right
mind.
there.
I'm mixing up my characters is what I'm
Yep.
doing. But yeah, it was just like, oh, Joe Carey, I haven't seen you in a dog's age.
Yeah.
So
Hi, I'm Joe Carey, and I'm dead.
never liked the character.
Well, yeah, I could see why they killed him off because it's not like he's actually very engaging
Yeah, well, that's the
as
thing.
an
It was the
actor.
feud between him and B'Elanna about who's going to be
Uh,
head engineer, chief engineer,
right.
and uh and he was not happy when Janeway chose B'Elanna. So, yeah, there was all that stuff going on, but
Oh, no wonder I haven't really seen much of him.
yeah, yeah. But apparently he's assistant chief
Engineer?
thank you,
Right.
assistant chief engineer, I guess. Whatever. I don't know.
He he's assisting from quite a distance then
Yes.
because I don't recall
So
seeing
far.
him all that often.
And
I'm
he
going to
doesn't
assist
have a
from
lot
way
of
over there.
yeah, he doesn't have a lot of appearances after season 1. So,
Yeah,
and in fact, I think I can't even tell you how long it has been from up until Friendship 1. I don't know how big that gap is
right.
between the last that and the last time we saw him. So, I'm sure
Last time
someone
on
can tell
Voyager.
me. Yeah, I'm sure someone can tell me, but
The Joe
I
Carey episodes, the special
yeah.
box set edition of the Joe Carey episodes of Voyager.
It fits all on one DVD.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe Carey. Kudos to the actor though for going the distance
Yep.
and getting
But yeah, it's
killed,
nuts.
6 episodes from the end.
Getting concussed and then killed.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he's a deader.
Yeah.
And
So
Neelix's going down to the surface too. But oh yeah, they're having the conference room and Harry Kim gets to talk about memorizing the whole rigmarole of the
the whole
message that's
speech.
sent,
Yeah.
about making friends as
Yep.
they push past their solar system.
Yep. And yeah, B'Elanna's there too, and she's trying to go on the mission, even though when they get to the planet, it's like
It's a nuclear
really
winter.
it's a nuclear winter. It's got a lot of antimatter
Uh-huh.
problems as well. And so
What? Even the smallest antimatter problem is a problem because when
yeah,
antimatter and matter meet, it creates an explosion, destroying both.
yes, which is
So,
why you have a warp core to
yeah.
contain it.
So if there's antimatter in your atmosphere, that's a problem.
It is a problem,
Yeah,
obviously. So, but Tom does manage to talk her down. So
right.
there is that. And that's, we don't get much more B'Elanna in the episode. We get mentions of B'Elanna.
Yeah, we
Um,
get her early on. We get her in the conference room talking about the probe. We get her coming in to get her radiation inoculation
yeah, and
from the
that's when
doc.
Tom's like,
And
nope.
yeah, Tom's like, nope, you're Prager's. There's no way you're going down with the bun in the oven to breathe toxic radiation for two. So
Hmm.
you're staying behind. And she's like, well, next time we get pregnant, you're carrying so I can go on the away missions.
Yeah.
And they talk about this too. I guess Joe Carey's maybe a dad as well.
Oh, he's married and has kids. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's talking about how that there's something about being a father that puts back your, I guess, gender understanding 1,000 years.
Mm.
that, you're going to be the manly man and the woman's going to stay home and tend to the kid. And it's just, you go very backward thinking. And so that was a nice touch for Joe Carey, a little self-awareness
Hmm.
that we're not as progressive as we think we are as soon as our wife is pregnant. Then it becomes, about protecting your offspring and you get all caveman-y.
Yeah. And that's actually a fun part of well, I wouldn't say fun exactly. It's an interesting part of the most recent Voyager comics.
Ah,
And because B'Elanna is balancing dealing with, being an engineer, dealing with species 8427, 8427, 8247. I get them mixed up. I have dyslexia. And also, trying to get them out of fluidic space and back into normal space so that they can just fucking go home. Because the way that series starts is welcome home. The admirals are coming aboard. Oh no, the admirals are species 8247 or 8427, whichever one it is. And they steal Voyager and go off into fluidic space. Yeah.
okay.
And so the entire time, B'Elanna has got the baby in one hand. She's got Morale in one hand and a hydro spanner in the other. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, there's actually a bit of passing off between her and Paris. And sometimes
Right.
even Seven is taking care of the baby while they're all just trying to get home, to get out without obviously, well, there's a lot of stuff going on, but the the aliens, let's just call them the aliens, is faster. um let's call them Bob's species 8427 or whatever it is now Bob's. They're Bob's. Okay, so the Bobs are trying to basically be able to exist in their dimension without, any kind of, well, without taking a toll on their bodies, without having to use environmental suits, etc. They want to just conquer. They're so mad at humans. They're so mad at Starfleet and just whatever. But they're trying. The thing is, the Borg gets involved too. They find a Borg cube that's been decimated by them, and this isn't relevant at all to this episode. But yeah, it's shortly after, because B'Elanna in the series is giving birth during the final
Mm,
episode of the series.
right. Yeah.
So, and this is directly after that. So she's up and about carrying around her baby and doing engineering stuff and trying to keep everyone alive. Yeah.
Calling them Bobs makes me think of the Minions. And so now I'm
Up,
just picturing these minion aliens just taking over the ship.
they're great at altering their physical appearance. So, could happen.
All right.
Could happen.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, sorry about my sidetracked brain. Sorry.
I did wonder why they were sending Neelix because he's in there
He's an
getting his
ambassador.
inoculation, but they didn't know there were any life signs. Why are they sending an ambassador to a vacant planet?
You never know.
You never
They
know.
You never know what you're gonna find. So,
Right.
and
Because
besides that, Neelix is a native of the Delta Quadrant.
right.
So he may have knowledge that they do not.
'Cause, yeah, they scanned the planet. They found where the probe landed or crashed. They couldn't find any life signs. They sent an away mission of what, 5 people? Neelix is
Yep.
one of them.
Yep.
Joe Carey, Tom, Harry, and Chakotay.
Yeah.
So it's a sausage party.
Sausage party,
So no
sausage
wonder
fest.
B'Elanna wanted to go because Seven stays on the ship. Uh, oh, I didn't mean it that way. I meant that just to have a woman there. I didn't mean she was like, you know,
Sorry, that's where my brain went. I'm a naughty
she,
girl.
she liked gangbangs or something.
Hey.
Though who's to say?
Who's to say? Well, of
Yeah,
course, at that point, Chakotay and Seven have a relationship.
yeah, which is dumb.
Yeah.
It should have been Seven and the Doctor, I think,
Yeah. Agreed.
because they have a better chemistry. And it should be Janeway and Chakotay
Hmm.
because they have a better chemistry.
And
And
we don't get that till Prodigy.
Tom and B'Elanna, and then Kim with everybody else, including the twins.
Harry needs to get some. The thing is that he's still stuck on his girlfriend Libby.
Well,
So
didn't he have a thing for one of the twins, but it was the the one that didn't like him back.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, love the one you're with. You can't be with the one you love.
Well, and Harry is also kind of, I mean, he's it's hard to have a job where you're going to be away for a long time. Now, granted, Voyager didn't expect to be away for 7 years, but I can't remember if they actually broke up before he went on the ship or if they just said until I see you next time. I don't remember.
Hmm.
But
Well, it seems like Harry's playing the field while he's on Voyager, so
I
yeah.
don't know that he's actually scoring though.
Hmm. I know Tom was.
Oh, Tom was trying to get between the legs of anything with a vagina. So,
Oh, hell yeah. Even what, like a 2-year-old?
no. That don't say it that way. Don't say it that way.
What, Cass?
Yes, don't say it that way. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, the Neelix Cass thing is like,
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
got such a fatherly kind of
Hmm.
energy with her.
Yes.
Like, this is Pornhub material here.
Uh no, that's
Yep.
I don't want to I don't want to talk
You
about
don't,
it. Talk about it.
the
So,
stepdaughter stuff.
uh,
Yeah.
so they go down
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
planet.
yeah. How about when they're searching for the probe and they're given this grid,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh
so
yeah.
they're playing Snake on their Nokia,
Yep.
going, the spiraling out, which is, the great way to do a search thing is,
It's
start in a
smart.
position and spiral your way out so you don't miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell Harry's getting bored because it's just empty space after empty space after empty space. And he's like, okay, I ran the trajectory of this probe. I put in all the different gravitational things, all the environmental stuff that we know because we're here and we've witnessed these things happen. So let's just skip to this particular part of the grid, this
Mm-hmm.
square.
310,
And yeah,
I
310. And
believe it
that's
was.
where they picked up the signature of the titanium alloy or whatever that this probe's made out of.
And he also stayed up late to figure all of that out.
Yep.
And you kind of can see it on his face.
Yeah, you can see him being weary. It's like, well, either I'm gonna be weary from just searching space for hours, or I'm gonna be weary from staying up late to figure out how we can cut time off
Mm.
looking at empty space for hours. And
And
so
he
he
made the
did the
right
exchange,
decision.
the sacrifice for the rest of the crew, and leave it to Tuvok to just say, okay, yeah, let's try out your theory and save on time. And yep, they just so happened to run across the probe
Well,
or signatures of the probe.
he gave logical reasons as to
Mhm.
why they should skip to that particular part of the grid.
Skip to the end.
Skip to the end, and then and that's really nice because there's a version of Tuvok much earlier on that probably would have said no.
Yep.
And instead, he's been serving with Harry for 7 years now, and he knows what Harry is capable of. And so he's just like, yep, we're going to go do that.
One of the better Tuvok episodes.
Yeah. Not
He's
very
not
much of it, though.
failing as a security officer in this one.
He's not failing as a security officer. In fact, he becomes a security officer decoy,
Yep. Yeah, he
which is
he does the
great.
Loki on the helicarrier.
Yep. He does that very thing. And yeah, it's we're off to the planet, and it's literally a winter. It's like when you say nuclear winter, it does mean, yeah, cold, wind, and radiation. It's not a great combination.
Yeah, lots of cloud cover and debris that's blocking out the sun,
Hmm.
which lowers temperature and creates snow, and the snow itself is radioactive because the atmosphere is radioactive.
Hmm.
And that, irradiates the water particles. So basically, it's raining hard water on you. And I mean, like hard isotope water.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not just talking your typical faucet hard water. This is
Yeah, we're
bad.
talking like, yeah,
Yeah, the
hard water
worst.
nuclear style.
Yep. And when they get down there, they realize that there was a civilization and there's all of these silos all over the surface of the planet.
Yep. Missile silos.
Yeah.
And the warheads are still active.
Yeah, which we don't get a lot of them talking about that. It's basically we're the last of our people and we're dying because of
Um,
you.
yeah, that they set up these as defense,
Hmm.
which was their choice because they were
Hmm.
sent this probe that was sent to them out of friendship, and they were given all this technology, how to create a computer chip, how to work with antimatter and matter.
Hmm.
You know, basically before the Prime Directive, this probe was sent out there saying, "Hey, all you alien civilizations, this is how you get to where we are.
Hmm.
This is how you can learn how to space travel."
Yep.
And for whatever reason, they might have took this as a threat, even though it was, reaching out a hand for friendship. And so they built these silos, put all these weapons in, and then there was a leak, and that's created a cascading event. And that's what resulted in this apocalyptic nuclear event
Hmm.
that irradiated their planet. And so they all had to go underground and be shielded by this particular partially shielded by this particular rock formation, or this that
Yeah.
absorbs some radiation but not all.
Yeah, everybody's got bumpy faces, and
Yep.
we're not talking the usual forehead bumps because they have those
No,
too, but you
there are
don't want to
tumors.
see. Yeah, tumors.
This is like the war boys in Fury Road.
Hmm.
It's like how I think our main war boy Nicholas Holt, who
Hmm.
like drew little happy faces on his tumors.
Yep, he named them too.
Yeah, named him. So it's basically, tumors from radiation poisoning, but all over the body.
Yeah, and all over the face, like to the point where
Yep.
you can't really determine what they actually looked like before this.
Yep.
So, the thing is, and this is something that isn't really addressed in the episode. Okay, this probe came there. It had all of this information. They used the information.
Mm-hmm.
They they may have abused the information, and then what happened after destroyed most of the life on the surface. Now, is that the fault of the probe, or is that the fault of the people who used the information that way that created this situation?
It's clearly the fault of the people that used the information because they misused it.
Mm-hmm.
If you were
Exactly.
given scientific knowledge, that's just knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
How you choose to use that knowledge, it's the difference between knowledge and wisdom, I guess.
Yeah.
Is yeah, you're provided knowledge about radiation. You can use that to power a city, or you can use it to build a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with that? It's the old hammer thing.
Yep.
It's like somebody can give you a hammer, you can build something with it, or you could cave in somebody's skull.
Yep.
The hammer itself is innocuous.
Yeah. That's the thing about tools is most tools
Mm.
are also weapons. It depends on how you use them.
Now, a gun is made to kill things. I mean,
Yes.
you can target practice with it, but that is a simulation of doing the thing that a gun is designed to do,
Mm-hmm.
which is to
That's its
kill.
only purpose. Only
Yeah.
purpose.
A bomb is made to explode, but yeah, you could use that in construction, or you could use it to blow up a school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. So really, it's how you use that information.
Yes. Agree.
I
But
mean, yeah,
these
concussion, the same kind of theory behind, I guess, a gun is what drives a piston engine.
mm,
So, yeah, so,
yeah, well, they didn't start out that way, guns.
yeah.
But in any case,
Oh, yeah,
um,
just old ball and powder guns.
oh yeah. But this leader, apparently a leader apparent, is absolutely just clinging to what he believes. These people are like that
Oh,
they
yeah.
purposely sent that probe there to destroy them. Blah blah blah. Wow, that guy's got an ego on him.
Well, yeah, it's a way to rationalize what happened and to lift the blame from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they sent us this probe that we created this technology, that we misused it, that we poisoned and irradiated our world so that the species that sent us the probe could conquer us and take over.
That's a
And by
big leap.
Voyager showing up to reclaim the probe kind of solidifies that theory because here they are standing, and even the message says that one day maybe we'll stand on your world. And
Hmm.
that can be taken as a threat,
Yep.
or it can be taken as, hey, we're going to come visit you one day. So maybe prepare for us.
Yeah. It's all context.
Yep. So if that's the issue, is this is before the Prime Directive, and they just didn't understand it. It was a misunderstanding, and that gets brought up several times. I think it is brought up by Seven of Nine and Janeway.
Hmm.
Is that yeah, this is a miscommunication, is that the message was misread or misunderstood, or that humans 300 years ago did not take in consideration the consequences of sending out a probe and how an alien species might react or respond to it.
And that's really I feel like it's really prescient because if you think about it, if this was, post World War III, and we finally started being able to work technology again, and then we 4 years later we produced this probe, just so happy that we can share our knowledge with others, and we don't think about the consequences of what people are going to do with that. No one thought about the consequences
Right.
because we that's something that unfortunately humankind excels at, is not thinking about the consequences. So it comes back to, just because you can do a thing, that doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah, as soon as you build a nuclear bomb, you want to drop it,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't have to.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, this leader guy, he's an asshole.
Yep.
And he's paranoid as well. And he's cruel. He's
And it
he
shifts the blame,
Yeah,
that they can blame humans for this instead of their own uh, failures
their
as
own
a,
ancestors.
yeah, their own reaction, their own paranoia, that why create all these silos in the first place?
Yeah. Well, I really love that Tom Paris is still a medic.
Yep.
Because that's stuff from season one, man. And he's basically the guy that's sent down as the medic. And I'm just like, interesting, because they
Yep.
could have sent the doctor. They could have
They
easily sent the doctor.
they send him down specifically because he's the best pilot,
Yeah, oh
because of
yeah,
the
that's true.
sheer and the turbulence
You're right.
in the
I forgot about
atmosphere.
that. Yeah.
It's that he's a medic too that helps prove that they're not this conquering species that they're made out to be by the leader of the survival group.
Yeah.
That he's actually taking steps to heal the people around them, or
Hmm.
you know, or to even care for one of their own crew. You know, Joe Carey, who takes a blow to the head with the butt of a rifle.
Yeah. Which is not cool. It's interesting though, because yeah, Tom's there for a reason. He's the best pilot. Um, and still I think they should have sent the doctor.
Yeah, there's that. Well, again, they did not know there were life signs.
Yeah.
So they didn't send the doctor because there was no reason to. The doctor stayed behind to, deal with the living crew members on board the ship, and still go about, the chief medical officer,
Mm,
job description. Because, without life signs, there was really no reason to send a doctor other than to care for in case anybody got irradiated while on planet. But they had the suits and they weren't expected to be very long because they found the probe. They're going
yeah.
to set up the transport
Enhancers.
enhancers. I was trying to accelerators? No, enhancers.
Enhancers.
Yep. So they're about to do that when they got ambushed by these people that are masked from probes because of the amount of this crystal, this rock, this mineral that they use for shielding in their clothing.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it
Yeah.
makes sense why they didn't send a doctor. They send the doctor later, but
Yeah.
yeah, originally no.
Yeah. It's just interesting because the doctor being a hologram, could have yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't get irradiated, but also you would think it would interfere somehow with his electronics,
But it doesn't because he goes down
but
to
it
the planet
doesn't.
anyway.
Yeah, because maybe that's with the initial explosion, it would give off a electromagnetic pulse, and once the initial reaction ends, you really don't have any kind of interference from the radiation.
Yeah.
The radiation can fuck with electronics.
Yep. I just feel like the doctor should have had more to do. But anyway,
Well, he had a bit.
he
He had a
did. He
little bit
did.
at the start. He had a little bit at the end. We get a little bit of seven
Well,
because
he's
the
got
party
the
splits. And you never do that in D&D, right? You never split
no,
the party.
never
But
do that.
three go to find the probe. Two kind of remain behind. So we have Chakotay and Kim, and they're out looking elsewhere when somebody gets on board the flyer and does a little sabotage.
Yep.
There's a little Beastie Boys action going on. And yeah, ambushes Kim, closes him in the little supply closet with the little sliding gates where they keep all the gym equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And then hits him with a box, and I guess that's enough to knock him down, which is kind of embarrassing. And one of my favorite moments is when Kim's behind Chakotay, and there's like just to protect him, he puts out an arm to keep him from like falling over. And it's like what your dad might do if your car
Yep.
without a seatbelt and you stop suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dad's arm goes out and like blocks you. Like that's
Yep.
gonna do anything, but he
Yeah,
does
it's
that
really
move
not.
with Harry Kim, and it was cute.
I think it's instinctual more
Yeah.
than anything, just a biological response, wasn't really thinking about it. So that's
Yeah.
the difference between instinct and intuition. So most of the time people, when you say instinct, you actually mean intuition, because instinct is a biologic
Yeah, it's a
imperative. It is
biological
something
imperative
that
thing.
it's
Yeah.
something that happens without your control, whereas intuition is believing something is true without empirical evidence.
Instinct is ducking when you hear a pop, like a
Yep.
loud bang,
Yeah.
because your body just involuntarily does that. Unless you're a sociopath and then you don't respond.
And intuition is, ooh, maybe I don't eat that today. Maybe
Yeah.
that's a bad idea.
Maybe that's gone off. I don't know. There's kind of, well, yeah, there might be like a smell to a thing, but I get, yeah, intuition where you're like, well, I probably shouldn't eat that. It looks like it's gone off. But
Or
yeah, they
something, sorry. I was just going to
oh,
finish. It's
oh,
not just
please.
about stuff like that. It's more about, like, I feel like I should get off on this exit right here.
Right.
Stuff like that. And then when you find out later, oh, yeah, there was a car crash up ahead and I could have been in that. So I'm glad I got
Mm.
off on this. It's that sort of thing. It's knowing that you need to do something without any evidence of why or how.
Yeah, intuition is kind of wild because, physical is to the body what intuition is to the mind, I guess, kind
Yes.
of thing,
That's a good way to put it.
is that you're picking up on information, whether you know it or not. It's introverted intuition, I think is what Carl Jung called it,
Mm,
in that you're picking up information always without being completely conscious with it. And according to Myers-Briggs, and you can read into that as much as you want, the personality test, but Brandy and I are both intuitive introverts, which means we absorb information just casually. We're not aware. We're not like a perceptive type that are aware of how they're picking up information. It's happening to us just naturally.
hmm
And so sometimes it seems like we're having some kind of psychic experience where we can predict events or just arrive to conclusions without seemingly having processed, but that's because it's processing without us being consciously aware of it.
Yeah.
And so we're having these gut instincts and so on, and being able to read vibes of people.
hmm
Like somebody comes into the room and we just instantly don't like them,
Yep.
but we're picking up on things just beneath the surface.
Yeah.
Somebody who's more perceptive would be more aware of the things they're picking up on and have a more rational explanation, I guess, as to why they're picking up on it. But that's kind of how intuition works.
Yeah. And I get that a lot about people.
Right.
Within 5 seconds of being in a person's presence, I can tell what kind of person they are.
Yep.
Now, is that normal? No, it is not. It's
And
just
it doesn't work all the time because we've met people that turned out to be not very good people, and I didn't pick up on the vibes at the time.
yeah, well, there are people who are very clever at
Yeah.
disguising their true selves, and there are people who are not. And
Yep.
I've met a
And
fair
then
few
others that are
people.
like, yeah, I don't like this person.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I remember when I was working at Lowe's, there was this new manager that came in, and the minute I saw her, I'm like, oh no, no,
Right.
no, no. And she turned out to be a horrible, horrible manager
Right.
and passive aggressive up the wazoo. There's this one email one night. It's like, why aren't you getting 40 hours a week? You should be you should be staying your entire shift, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I closed a lot this week. And when the manager is done, we're all done.
Hmm.
And that's not always at 11 p.m.
Right.
Sometimes we go home at 10:30 because the manager is like, we're leaving.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a management decision.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah, we're all over the place with this one.
we are.
So yeah, they stun this guy who turns out to be a scientist who understands how the radiation is working, is seeking out ways to counter it.
Hmm.
They send him to med bay. They start working with them. 7 of 9 has all these probes that she can give anybody, anytime, anywhere, for
Yeah.
any length.
Just
It's like
she can manufacture nanoprobes. It's
probes
just
for everybody.
yeah.
And they make it such a big deal. And yet, can we replicate these? No, I'm unique. It's like, don't you have another? Is Icheb still there? I guess maybe not.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time between episodes because we last episode was episode 2 and now we're on episode 21 and I
Yep.
don't remember all of the things that happened between then and now. So
Yep. But yeah, we get that little thing about her being unique, and he's like, "Yeah, you are."
yeah, but anyway, well, and that's the thing. It's not that her nanoprobes are unique. It's just that I mean, she is human. She was assimilated by the Borg. She was uh, rescued by Janeway
Hmm.
and then had to relearn how to be a human. And that's what she's doing. That's why she's unique because now she's an individual again, and that is
Hmm.
her uniqueness. So, yeah.
Though it did seem like she was speaking specifically about how she manufactures her nanoprobes, but in that regard, it is unique too because she's cut off from the collective. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep. So
Yep.
she's like a nanoprobe farm.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, we get a few interplays between B'Elanna and the scientist and how perhaps he should be leading
Mm-hmm.
because he has a better understanding of the future of the world and what it can be and how they can improve when this other guy is just paranoid and wants to hurt and kill everybody and is a very bad negotiator because he kills a hostage before sending them over.
No, that was terrible.
Yeah, that's a bad decision because that's just going to piss Janeway off.
Yeah. Well,
And
he
it nearly
obviously,
did. She nearly
yeah.
just left them. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we got our people back. Let's go. And Tom's like, wait, hold on. We somebody just had a newborn child. We're just not going to abandon them to, this future in this irradiated wasteland, when we can actually do things to help. We are partially responsible, humans are. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
humans from 300 years ago, which, how far do you take the sins of our fathers?
yeah, really. And just there's I understand the devastation. I truly do because that's how an introverted intuition person works. I unfortunately can absolutely imagine how that would feel. And I don't blame them. And it's devastating to see these people just barely hanging on. But the thing is that their leader, quote unquote, is just a butthurt little boy and
Yep.
he's taking out his anger on people that can help him, and that's stupid.
Yeah, he just assumes the worst of
Yeah,
the Voyager crew.
yeah, absolutely assumes the worst without any other reason than that they're from Starfleet and that
Mhm.
they are humans, mostly humans. It's just that's very immature. So yeah, and our scientists on board, they basically helped him so much that he has very few lesions left on his face,
Yep.
and we can see what he looks like. He's a handsome man,
Yeah, and
actually.
he can breathe again because his lungs aren't all irradiated.
Yep. I just hit my pop filter. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, good. And yeah, during this whole thing, Tom is doing his best to keep everybody alive. And one of the women is pregnant and she's had 4 children, but they've all been stillborn.
Why are they
And
having so much Nookie? I guess just to keep their race going, I guess, in
yeah,
the
just
hopes of
trying.
producing offspring.
Yeah, trying. So, and the baby she starts having contractions. The baby's coming too soon. And so Tom's like, I can help, but I need my med kit.
Yep.
And so, yeah, he gets the baby out, and the baby is not doing well. But again, Tom saves the day there.
This is a pretty
And
grisly scene.
it is the baby puppet is no, just no. That's going to be in
Yeah,
my
it's
nightmares.
gray. It's got little tumors on it. It's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's made out of that same stuff they make the silicone sex dolls out of.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of very realistic,
Yeah.
fleshy foam skin
But
thing.
but when it
Silicone.
starts moving its little head, that's when I'm like, oh no, I don't want to see this. It was too
Yep.
much.
It starts to breathe. It's got some very basic kind of puppetry kind of stuff going on,
Yeah.
animatronics in the face to kind of make it suckle and move.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that he's stabilized the kid, but the kid is not going to last if he can't get it off the planet.
Yep.
So yeah, there's all of this stuff going on, and really all it boils down to is this idiot leader who shouldn't be leading anyone. So that's basically with the guy that's on Voyager. They're like, hey, you're gonna have to take over. Do you think you can do that? Because otherwise he's going to kill everyone. He's
Yep.
going to kill everyone. And by killing my people, he's killing your people too. So
Because yeah, he killed Joe Carey. And he could kill Tom Paris or Neelix, and that's a little bit more important.
that's why I love you. Yeah, yeah. Neelix slightly more important than Joe Carey.
Yeah, slightly.
Tom Paris actually a lot more important because
Yep.
he's the pilot. I mean, yes, there are other people who can pilot the ship. Chakotay can pilot the ship, etc. But Tom is the best. You see, he's the very best. So, anyway, a lot of posturing, a lot of absolutely psychotic guy being psychotic,
Yeah,
and
they demand to be evacuated from the planet and relocated to somewhere else, which to move, what, 5,500 of them, it
mm-hmm,
would take 3 years because they'd have to do like 17 round trips. And this Class M planet is like, what, 2 months away?
mm-hmm,
So,
yeah,
a 3 year mission just ferrying people back and forth. And presumably they would keep Tom and Neelix as hostages that whole time, where they're just getting irradiated. And who
nope,
knows if they're going to survive that.
not okay.
So it's a non-starter.
Mm-hmm.
That is not going to be the plan.
Well, and the thing is that Janeway is ready to just storm the castle, get her people back, and leave.
Yep.
And yeah, Tom is like, no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. So he's like, we're gonna help these people, and
Yep.
we gotta figure it out. Gotta help these people.
So the
So
rescue mission does go very well.
it does.
And that's Tuvok getting Loki'd and
Yeah.
or Jokered. He
Hmm.
purposefully gets himself caught so
Yes.
he can take them out from the inside.
Hmm. Yep. And yeah. There's after that things just gonna go fast. They get rid of the leader, and
Yep, little neck pinch, a little phaser action. The scientist comes in disguised as one of the guards,
Yep, smart. And the doctor's there now too.
also disguised as one of the guards.
Yep, smart. Very, very
Hmm.
smart. Think like your enemy.
Yep.
With these people aren't enemies, but
But
this
they're
leader
treating
made
the humans like enemies, so
yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, that was because I'm like, if Tuvok got caught, he absolutely meant to get caught. I knew that
Mhm.
right off.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah, then they say, okay, here's what we're gonna do, and they are going to fire these torpedoes, basically. Well, not full torpedoes. Well, I guess they are full
They're
torpedoes.
Well, they're torpedoes equipped with the different warhead
Yeah,
that will recombine the, guess, subatomic particles from all these nuclear explosions, I guess, to who knows?
yeah. It's
It's
it's it's
scientific technobabble
it's
stuff.
technobabble stuff, but basically it's firing it into the planet, and it's basically dissipating the radiation in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, it somehow recombines the radiation to neutralize it.
Yep. And yeah, and there you go. The They're like, hey, yeah, come look outside. Yeah,
Yep.
and they're like,
Oh,
go
except
outside.
first, uh, they're they're getting bombarded, and of course, our leader of this species is freaking out. They're attacking us. They're attacking us, and so he goes over to their missile silo control center
Hmm.
and is about to launch a missile, and that's when everybody stops him, including his own guards,
Yep.
and the new mother is the
Hmm.
first to aim a weapon at him. He's like, "You would kill me?" He's like, "Yeah, to save the rest of us."
Hmm.
To create a future for us? Of course we would.
Yep.
And nothing really happens with this guy that we
Mm-mm.
know of.
Yeah, we don't know what happens. Maybe he sees the error of his ways afterwards. Maybe he doesn't and becomes resentful and a hermit. I don't know.
Well, he's a
Maybe something in
murderer.
between. Yeah, he's a murderer. Absolute murderer. Murdering prisoners is like the lowest of the low.
Yeah, they should have
So,
sent him up to Voyager and had them put him in the brig
yeah.
as an exchange. It's like, hey, you killed this guy, and we're gonna get rid of you, so we don't have to deal with you anymore, and we'll have the scientist dude lead us into a better future.
Yep.
Because yeah, the little kid that they tried to make friends with earlier with the little toy, that music box that plays Vivaldi. She leads them outside to show that the environment has improved, that they have
Yep.
breathable air, that you get the scene from a Christian music video of the sun coming through the clouds in the sky.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. And yeah. Everybody wins except for the leader that was a
Except for
dick.
the leader guy who we don't know what happens to. So,
Yeah. Well, I think it's fair for him to face the judgment of his own people.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. Though it'd be fair to face the judgment of the Voyager crew, considering he killed one of theirs. But,
Yeah.
there you go.
And they killed none of his.
Yeah. In fact, they saved a life and saved
Yeah.
multiple lives.
They saved the scientist, they saved the
Yep.
baby.
The baby.
The baby, little creepy ass baby.
Yep.
So there we are. Is there anything else we need to
So there
talk
we are.
about?
There's your Joe Carey episode of the week.
Yep.
Um,
And no more Joe Carey episodes now.
no, unless we get zombie Joe Carey.
Mm, I don't think that
Oh, how
happens.
about a ship in the bottle?
Oh, the ship in the bottle. He was building a ship in the bottle, and all
He
he
was
had
building
was
a
one
little
last
Voyager.
nacelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is this guy's life. He was building the ship in a bottle, and he joked that it was going to take him as long as it took them to go home.
Yeah, well, what did we really know about Joe Carey? He was an engineer.
Uh-huh.
He had a wife
He
and
was
kids.
embittered.
He was embittered, and he builds ships and bottles.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much all I know about him.
Yep.
I
There's
don't
your Joe Carey back of his rookie card information.
I don't remember anything about him because I mean, I swear they go seasons without a single Joe Carey
Yeah.
sighting.
We'll have to look out for Joe Carey.
Yeah, now we're gonna have Joe Carey sightings.
Yeah,
Damn.
Joe Carey's. Yeah,
Fun new
him slumping
game.
through the woods, turning and looking over his shoulder. Hey, I see a Joe Carey. Him poking his head out over a lake in Scotland. Him showing up somewhere around New Jersey in the woods. How many other cryptids can we reference? Him in Lake Champlain swimming.
Oh,
Him in
Mothman Joe
Puerto Rico.
Carey.
Isn't Puerto Rico where the chupacabras are really from?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Possibly.
chupacabra. Him sucking the blood out of goats. Where's the frog people from? Him warning people about bridge collapses in Virginia or West Virginia. I'm running out of them. Okay.
Oh, this is actually make me think of Fallout 76 and all the cryptid shit in
All the
that.
cryptid shit. Yep.
Oh my God, because I actually saw a Mothman. I
Oh,
saw a
you saw the
Mothman
Walkman?
one
Yep.
time from a distance.
Does he
He was
make humming noises?
he was fucking big. Yes, he was making that sort of noise.
Yep.
So, and giant eyes. Oh my God, giant eyes. Anyway, we've been all over the place with this episode.
Yep.
But since we have finished, that means we
Oh,
have to choose the
right.
next
Da, da, da,
episode.
da. I
You're
shall
always so
go.
surprised that we have to choose.
I am because I'm most
first.
surprised when the episode ends.
Yeah.
964, I want to say.
I think that's correct. I forget every time because my brain is so full of stuff that some of it falls out over and over and over again.
What are you hoping for? You hoping for some old Trek, some new Trek?
I would like to have some more new Trek. We've got a lot of old Trek and we haven't had a ton of new Trek. And I would love some new Trek.
Okay.
But
So is
yes,
it 964?
it is 964, but give me a second because I'm
All right.
going to get ready to write down the number. And okay, so this will be all right, go for it.
472.
What?
472. 472.
Well, that's definitely not new Trek.
Yeah, that's right. It's in the middle somewhere.
I think it's Voyager again.
Sounds like it.
Oh, fucking hell. No, it's Deep Space Nine, 472, right?
472, yes.
472. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. This is Discovery DS9, season 5, episode 24, Impact Nor. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
This is going to be fun. All right. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. So this DS9 is season 5, episode 24. If I don't write this down, then I have trouble, setting it all up for later. All right, then, Dave. Do you have anything you want to plug or whatever, or anything else to talk about?
What would I want to plug? I guess you could follow me on Bandcamp, DJ Evil Dave. That's where all my musical tastes are. You can track what I've purchased. DJ Evil Dave, most other places. I'm generally on Blue Sky. I don't post as much as I used to, so I've just been busy writing and doing other things. Tumblr is no big deal. It's just more of the same. Hear this. You can listen to the podcast there if you don't like Apple Podcasts or Spotify or any of those other podcatchers. You can hear the MP3 directly there. They've reduced the amount of episodes I can feature on there even more so I had to delete even more older episodes, so I don't know how viable that's going to be much longer.
That's a shame.
So it might be a situation where I just stop posting there, but so far so good. I'll just have the 20 or so most recent episodes on there. Other than that, I don't think I have much to recommend or discuss. I've just been writing and working because overtime.
Yeah. I actually do have something to plug because last night I did a podcast with my sister from another mom and Mr. Ashley Thomas, and we talked about Daredevil season 2, Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 5, and we had a really good discussion. That podcast should be out soon. So that was an episode. That was an episode.
Hell yeah, it was.
I mean, of all the episodes that she chose me for, I'm so glad it was that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't been watching Daredevil Born Again, what's wrong with you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy how prescient it was.
It is, but it's also
season.
like a level up from the Netflix series, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
So impressive. I'm so impressed with the series. It's after episode 5, I think the nature of the rest of the season is going to be changed profoundly. But anyway, so keep an eye out for that. Podcast 616 is the name of the podcast. And in fact, the full title is Podcast 616, a Marvel Universe podcast. It's found on the Film Stories Network. You can find it on any podcatcher of your choosing. So
excellent.
All right, then. Well, that is it for us today. You have your homework for Impact Noir. I love saying the word Impact. I don't know why. It's a great
Impact
word.
Noir.
Impact Noir. It just sounds evil.
It reminds me of the heavy metal movie. It's my Loch Noir. No, give me my Loch Noir. Impact Noir.
Impact Noir. Another Cardassian space station. Anyway, we'll see it. Well, we won't see you.
Well,
we'll
that's kind of a
to
spooky episode, if I remember.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Kind of a good one for Halloween, if it was Halloween.
I'm excited for this one. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I remember really enjoying it. So, we will talk to you next week.
Yep.
And until then, do all the things like fight fascism and fuck ice, and also live long and prosper.
Prosper and live long.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Skilla.